every morning with drive. Being on the grind, know I had to survive. We had to win. Started from the dirt and the rubble. I had to be the needle that was popping your bubble.
Hello and welcome into the Rookie Prospect Profile Series. This is a Zilla Fantasy Elite production. Thanks for tuning in. If you haven't hit that subscribe button yet and you enjoy these machine learning model videos, do so now. Hit that subscribe button. All right, today we're going to be looking at running back Blake Watson in both the RStudio model and the neural network model for running backs. Blake Watson actually went undrafted and finds himself now on the Denver Broncos as an undrafted free agent, and they came into the league having played college football at Old Dominion in Memphis. Looking at Blake Watson's physical traits, he comes in at a diminutive 189 pounds and 5'9", giving us a BMI of 27.9. He ran a 4.45 in the 40-yard dash, pretty good there. Speed score at 96.4. Putting these physical traits along with some of their college stats into the RStudio model, we do get a prospect score for Blake Watson of 10.028. That is ranked 284 overall out of the 327 running backs in the RStudio model's database. That is the 13th percentile at 13.1. All right, let's look at those closest comparables. The closest score is Josh Ferguson, and then the next best above him, Arian Foster, Philip Lindsay, Travaris Cadet, Trey Watts, Pierre Thomas. The next five worst below him, Antoine Smith, Mike Boone, Torin Poole, Justin Forsett, and Raheem Mostert. The interesting thing about this range is we do see a lot of fantasy success in here. Pierre Thomas had a season or two very good with the Saints. Philip Lindsay had a good year or two with the Denver Broncos as an undrafted free agent. Arian Foster, undrafted free agent, very good. Also as a pass-catching guy that came into the NFL, and that wasn't super popular. Justin Forsett had a season. Raheem Mostert, we know he's still going. So there's a lot of fantasy success in this particular range of the model, which is interesting. But yeah, most of these guys kind of a pass-catching specialist, and Blake Watson did have a 12.5% college target share, so could be similar to those guys. All right, let's now switch to the machine learning model for Blake Watson, and let's see how he does in the machine learning model. And we see here he's got a max rank of 12, which is pretty solid, minimum rank of 11. Those are the two best in the model, but otherwise in the mid-teens, pushing up to 20 there for the 10th percentile rank. Getting into the actual numbers there, mean and median at 10.4, 10.27, and then the maximum output at 16.66. Let's go look at historical context. Who is in the mean and median range, about 10.3, 10.4. These guys are all between 10 and 10.7 for their career bests. Donald Brown, Mike Gillislee, Javorius Allen, James Starks, Brandon Oliver, Ben Tate, Thomas Rawls, Terrence West, Sony Michel, Elijah McGuire, Deonta Foreman. And then getting into that maximum output at 16.66, which prospects were hitting that range for their maximum output. We got a number of running backs here between 16.2 and 17. Not a huge list, but we have Theo Riddick, Myles Gaskin, Travis Etienne, Shane Vereen, Ryan Matthews, Trent Richardson, and Eddie Lacy. We actually got quite a few pass-catching running backs here. The next two below that, actually, Jahmyr Gibbs, DeAndre Swift, Theo Riddick, pass catcher, Travis Etienne can pass catch, Shane Vereen was a pass-catching specialist. Got a lot of pass catchers in that particular area. Not a ton of guys that were undrafted, though, necessarily. I think Myles Gaskin, draft pick number 234, is about the closest we've seen. All right, hopefully the RStudio model and the machine learning model give you a little bit of additional confidence when you're in the draft rooms this fall, making those draft day decisions. That's going to do it for today's rookie prospect profile on our first undrafted free agent, Mr. Blake Watson. This is presented by Zilla Fantasy Elite. Thanks for tuning in.